We've got some breaking news. The Toronto Maple Leafs have hired Brad Treliving as their new general manager. So the news just broke out, but no major surprise, as these past few days it has been rumored that Treliving was the man for the job. He was the only guy that actually got an in-person interview. Some of the other candidates were considered only had phone calls or Zoom calls or something like that. So it seemed like Brad Treliving was the guy that Shanahan was looking for. As he had mentioned, they needed someone with experience to fill the void quickly. And quickly it was. Because just in 14 days after Kyle Dubas was announced that he was not going to be extended, they have now found a new GM in Brad Treliving. So as you all might know, Treliving was the general manager of the Calgary Flames just this past season. He resigned from his position after the Flames did not make it to the postseason for quite some time. He had been their GM for 9 seasons in a row since 2015 when he first took over. And before that, he was EGM of the Phoenix Coyotes for 7 years. And last year, in the offseason, it was quite notable that he made some major trades after the Johnny Gaudreau saga, where he pointed Treliving in the wrong direction and then went to Columbus, of all teams. By the way, the Columbus Blue Jackets finished second last in the entire league this past season with only 59 points, and they were only 1 point better than the last place Anaheim Ducks with 58 points. So Johnny Hockey, I don't know why he picked that place to go. That was supposed to be close to home, he said. Well, anyways, Shanahan wanted someone with good experience to take over the position quickly so that they can get their off-season chores finished before the new season starts. And Treliving probably suits this category or this profile pretty good. He made some big trades while last year in his role as GM. So after Johnny Gaudreau left and he didn't get anything in return, Matthew Tkachuk actually kindly told them that he won't be staying, so better trade him while he gets some value back. And then he pulled off this massive trade, 100-point guy for another 100-point guy in Jonathan Huberdeau, plus another Mackenzie Weegar, a top-end defenseman. So that was supposed to be a win for Calgary, as 1 went out and 2 came back. But after looking at the report cards of both teams, it looks like clear winners, the Panthers. As you all know, they are now making it to the Stanley Cup Finals with the leadership of Matthew Tkachuk, while Jonathan Huberdeau and Mackenzie Weegar are sitting in the golf course or on the beach because their team did not even make it to the postseason this time. So in hindsight, we can now probably see that that trade was not a very good trade for the Flames, and Treliving maybe felt responsible for that and that his team didn't make it to the playoffs, so he left. Anyhow, other than that trade, he made some pretty good trades in the previous years. In his first year, in 2015, he traded Sven Baertschi to Vancouver Canucks for a second-round pick, in which turned out to be Rasmus Andersson, who is now their number 1 defenseman. So that's a win. And then again in 2015, he trades their first-round pick and 2 second-round picks to the Boston Bruins for star defenseman Dougie Hamilton. 3 years later, he trades out Hamilton plus Michael Ferland and the signing rights of Adam Fox to the Carolina Hurricanes for Elias Lindholm and Noah Hanifin. And both these guys have made a major impact on the Calgary Flames team these past 4 or 5 years. They've been part of their leadership group. And then in 2022, he trades out Tyler Pitlick, Emo Heineman, and a first-round pick plus a 5th-round pick, a big package to Montreal Canadiens for Tyler Toffoli. And Toffoli has also helped out their team in these past couple of years. In regards of bad trades, there haven't been really many major bad moves as GM by Treliving. Maybe the most notable was giving up on Sam Bennett in 2021 and they traded him away too early because he didn't really play very well in the Calgary Flames system, so they gave up on him too early, pushed him down to the Florida Panthers for Emo Heineman, which then they traded away 1 year later for as a trade piece for Toffoli, as I mentioned above. And now everybody can see what Sam Bennett is doing in the Florida Panthers Stanley Cup run. He's been a major piece in their success so far, playing again with Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Reinhart, and maybe he even wins the Stanley Cup, who knows. So in his tenure as the GM of Calgary Flames for the 9 years, he has a regular season record of 362 wins, 265 losses, and 73 overtime losses. So not bad numbers at all. Maybe he can bring these numbers over to the Maple Leaf system or something like that. So we don't know right now, but he's going to be tasked with a lot of major decisions to make this offseason, which includes being able to re-sign Austin Matthews or not. That is the big question. That is the big piece for the Maple Leafs, as he is the face of the franchise, but all these rumors saying he wants to go back and play in Phoenix or something. So we'll see what Treliving can offer up to Matthews, and will he be able to stay in Toronto? Also, will Treliving make any moves on the big four, excluding Matthews? So Mitch Marner, William Nylander, John Tavares. I don't think Tavares is going anywhere. And then he's also got to shore up the defense, as the defense seems to be the weak link in the Maple Leafs team. Maybe they need someone better than Morgan Rielly, maybe a true number one defenseman who can play defense. They had that in Muzzin, but then he was like always injured, barely played. So Brad Treliving will definitely be a busy man this offseason. And we shall await what major moves he'll pull off this summer, or will he stand pat and do nothing. Thank you all for joining in on this quick piece of news, and hope you liked the video. Please consider to like, share, and subscribe if you've not done so already. Thank you and goodbye.